Hi guys, today we're going to react to Orchard of Minds by GLOBUS. This is a buy me a coffee request from Mice and Men. Thank you, Mice and Men, for yet another request. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Mice and Men. We appreciate the support. Generally, when Mice and Men sends in her requests, I know the songs. This one, I do not know. This is the first time reaction for me. I have never heard of this one.
Yeah, first time for me as well. Here we go.
Let's check it out.
This ground with the color of the past are the sounds in bloom with you, 'cause you seem like an orchard of minds. Just take one step at a time. I say it to be proud when have my life turned upside down. Says the man with some gold forged plan of life so incomplete, like weight strapped around my feet. Tread careful, one step at a time.
The year this song came out, it's 2006, but it looks like a 90s ballad. And the first thing I noticed had nothing to do with the music. I just noticed that the lead vocalist is sporting a modest mullet, and I didn't know that they were making a comeback back then. So I don't know why was that why that's the first thing I noticed. But music wise, I like the vibe. It's a ballad. I love ballads, and I have a special place in my heart for slow-mo 90s type music videos portrayed in that fashion, even though it came out a little while later after the 90s. I like the vibe, I like the music, I like the minimalistic approach. The vocalist that has a fairly beautiful voice reminds me of several bands from the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know which, but there is a familiarity in his voice that I enjoy listening to. All in all, it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the song as well. I didn't catch as much of the video clip probably as you did, as I was trying to look away because the voice sounded so familiar to me that I had to just hear it without seeing anything that could distract me from it. He sounds exactly like Daniel Johns, lead singer of Silverchair, from their 2000 sound, not their early sound. The early sound was more grungy, and then his voice sort of developed with it. The phrasing, the way he turns a phrase, the way he sings is identical. If you close your eyes, it's Silverchair. Only Silverchair songs are heavier than this. But aside for the similarity, it sounds pretty cool. It sounds pretty good. Like you said, it's got that sort of 90s, 2000s pop rock ballad feel, and there's something that sweeps you along with it, and I like it.
Tread careful, one step at a time.
Something that I noticed when we started listening to the song, there's an epic element in the song. There's a choir there, and I like it. It envelops the song in something that makes you sympathize with I think the story behind the song, the visual story, the relationship story. It amplifies the experience, I think, and the overall vibe. I think it's a song that I would play on the radio. I'd play it in the car. That's my initial instinct.
As far as the choir, it struck me as I was listening to it, especially towards the end. There's a sense of melodrama in the way that the video clip is, that was very sort of prevalent around that time, 90s, 2000s, especially with those kinds of ballads, rock ballads. When the choir came in, I was thinking, oh, wow, they are this close to the song being massively overproduced. It's almost like an actor overacting. Like the song was almost there, like they were really on that fine line, but I felt that it didn't go over that line. I actually liked it. I thought that they sound great. A lot like Silverchair, but the voice, but sounds great. And yeah, I'm surprised that this song and this band kind of slipped through the cracks. I've never heard of them before, never heard this song before. For a rock ballad of its kind, and not too heavy, not too offensive, kind of a cleaner band. Yeah, really good. I liked it.
Yeah. I like the fact that looking at that time period, there's a certain sense of innocence that is preserved in that time. It's all relative to today. When you see overproduced songs, I think I mentioned it at the beginning that I love the minimalistic approach. There's not too much in it. There's just the band. It's just normally what you'd expect from music accompanying the vocals and some story there and the visuals about a relationship, and that's it. It's not something that too intricate. It hits just right to set that mood that you can enjoy. I love it.
It started that way, like simplified kind of setup, but it got more and more kind of epic and produced towards the end. The choir, the video clip, everything about it was in a higher volume, let's say. But still, I think they kept it under control. I like that. They didn't kind of go over, and yeah, kudos to them. And again, I'm surprised. I've never heard of it. Very cool. I have to say the lyrics to this are pretty interesting. I think it's really well written, even though I'm not 100% sure that I get the meaning of it. It seems to be about a relationship where for all intents and purposes, the guy is recognizing things about the girl, about the fact that she has been, let's say, scarred by past relationships. She has past issues that she's bringing on to their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems that he's also at times unsure as to where it's going to go. It's interesting, because at first I thought about Orchard of Minds. I thought about the title and how it fits. And he says in the first line, "Don't taint this ground with the color of the past." So don't bring your baggage from before to our relationship. And then he says, "Because you seem like an orchard of minds, just take one step at a time." So I assume the orchard of minds refers to actually all the red lights, that the warnings that he can see in that relationship, but also her propensity to potentially blow up at any given time. If something sort of triggers her, she'll go back to different things. And the chorus is beautifully written, like that line, you seem to break like time. So fragile on the inside, you climb these grapevines. Would you look now into this pit of me on the ground, and you wander through these to climb these grapevines?
Yeah.
I love that line, you seem to break like time. That's really cool. So he talks about her fragility in as far as emotional fragility, I assume. Yeah, it goes all the way to the end, but at the end, he talks more about things like playing games. And that got me thinking, he's almost like saying that because of all these past issues that she has, she's playing games and he doesn't want to play games. There was that bridge, and it basically says, "To know, to feel, to play me once again. Do you denote from what we feel? Do you not know? I see you play the game." And there was a section there that was either in Latin or in Italian, which "La flamma riposa, la ombra dispare, la nota immortale, la voce murmur." So the flame rests, the shadow disappears, the immortal night, the voice murmurs. I'm not sure exactly, how that exactly relates to the story, but, in general terms, it makes sense. But I see you play the game, and to play me once again, it sounds like the trust level is not quite there in that relationship, and he's kind of struggling with that she's too unpredictable because of her emotional state. I'm not sure if that's what the song actually means, but to me, that's where it took me, because of past experiences, past relationships and different things I've experienced in the past. That's really where it took me, which I thought was actually kind of cool because I found that I could actually relate in some way.
I love how it's hinted in here that in order to identify that she's unstable or maybe carrying some baggage that is perilous to their relationship, that he has to have some experience in it too for him to be able to recognize it, because he needs to interpret her behavior and link it in his mind to her past relationships to be wise enough to know that she is acting out or being difficult because of reasons that have nothing to do with him.
In the second verse, there was an interesting kind of direction. He says, I'll say to be proud, won't have my life turned upside down, says the man with some gold forged plan. So a man with a gold forged plan, it's like, that's nice that you have these plans. You say, I won't have my life turned upside down. But once you're in it and you have feelings for someone, yeah, good luck, not sticking around.
Yeah, it also hints that it's not his first rodeo with a woman that has problems, that he's been there before. To know enough to laugh at himself for thinking that he can fix things because he has a plan.
Unfortunately for us as human beings, you probably would have heard this many, many times before, but saying, about people, she knows how to pick him or he knows how to pick him.
Yeah.
Because we tend to go for the same types of people in following relationships, and not necessarily similar overall, but similar in one particular trait that ends up actually being the one that potentially going to be our downfall, or the relationship's downfall.
Yeah, because whether we like it or not, our subconscious is actually always behind the wheel. We must force ourselves to be consciously aware of our decision making, which has going into problematic relationships, I think, somewhere in the top of that list.
Yeah, I think my subconscious might be behind the wheel, but it does not have a license. So yeah,
that explains most problems.
That explains most of my relationships. And this type of relationship phenomenon, I guess, it happens a lot for people who kind of tend to be attracted to partners that they think they can protect or save or something like that. I guess it's been noted in psychology before and whatever, but it happens. Some people tend to be attracted to broken people because they think they can fix them, but generally you can never fix them.
Yeah.
And it always will end up ruining that relationship if it's a romantic one, especially. And this song seems to kind of tell that story, I think, of a relationship like that, which I think is really cool, really well put together. So yeah, excellent song. I really enjoyed it. Really interesting, especially for a first-time reaction. And again, I'm just shocked that I've never heard it before. So yeah, thank you, Mice and Men, for introducing us to this band and this song. A great choice. And as always, we appreciate the ongoing support. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, Mice and Men. We enjoyed reacting to this song very much. We're surprised. Yeah, it is a first-time reaction. Please, more like this. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, guys, thank you for all the support coming our way. We appreciate it oh so much. We will be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you all then. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.